Hello, welcome to Flow Restore. Let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat today. So I will be using a bolster, 2 blocks, and a blanket throughout class, but just know that every posture we do, especially the restorative part, can be done without any of these props. Just look a little bit different and it'll feel a little bit different, but still very doable. So find your comfortable seat, whether that's on your block or your blanket or even on your bolster today. Take your palms face down on your thighs and begin to soften your eyes to close. Start the transition from the activity of your day prior to this moment into this space of more stillness and intention. And take your awareness to the sit bones, where they are rooted, where they are connected. Notice the elevation through the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. And once the body feels settled and somewhat comfortable here, start to bring your awareness to your breath. Without shifting it too much just yet, just notice where it is right here. And today I invite you to bring your attention to the idea of Santosha, or contentment. It's delight and joy. I like to think happiness depends on outside sources, but joy is something that we find deep within us that exists already. True Santosha is unattached to any particular thing that we might find outside of ourselves. How often does the phrase, "I'll be happy when," cross your mind? Even if we were dedicated practicing yogis, doing everything completely right, there's still probably that little thought of "I'd be happier if" in our minds. Whether it's losing weight, getting a different job, meeting someone new, or being able to get ourselves into that perfect yoga posture that we have been trying to work towards. There's probably 1 or 2 things you feel could make you happier or more content if you had them. Now, it's important to realize that having the urge to want to grow and expand our minds and push ourselves just a little towards a goal isn't a bad thing. It becomes negative when we base our entire sense of peace and happiness upon it. And start to release all of the air from the body. From the very bottom of your exhale, breathe in, fill up belly, lungs, upper chest, take it all the way up to the top, and then hold your breath in. And slowly let the breath go all the way out. Feel it wash over the body. And again, from the very bottom of the exhale, breathe in, fill up belly, lungs, upper chest, to the crown of the head. Hold in your breath. And slowly release. Upper chest, lungs, belly, tailbone. And 1 more time like that, big breath. Fill up. Hold it. And let it go. This time, hold the breath out, just gently, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Seal your lips, slow breath in through the nose, the Ujjayi pranayama, and out through the nose. Stay here for a moment with your deep, intentional breath, and the eyes are soft. To feel the rest of the world simply begin to float away. Allow yourself to be completely present in this moment here. Santosha doesn't mean idly sitting back and relinquishing the need to do anything. It simply means beginning to accept and appreciate what we have and where we are already, and allow ourselves to gently move from that point of true acceptance and non-attachment. This is the space in which joy lies. And slowly just soften the eyes to open. Just moving the upper body for a bit. Flip your palms toward the sky, fingertips reach toward the floor. Inhale, lift your arms. Lift your gaze, get your whole torso into it. Start to expand through the ribs. You're stretching through your intercostal muscles. And as you exhale, turn your palms toward the floor and release your arms down. Just finding a nice moving meditation here. I want you to link your breath with your movements. So the inhales lift. Take it to that same pause at the top. And then exhale all the way down, pausing at the bottom. Keep it moving this way. Three more full rounds of breath. Release your fingertips to the floor. Keep your left hand down. Right hand roots. And as you breathe in, lift the left arm up and over for a side body stretch. Soft bend to your right elbow. And keep your bicep in line with the ear. And notice if you've reached your fingertips all the way up, pull your arm back into your shoulder socket. Stay with the breath pattern. And press your left hip down toward the mat. This is your anchor. And with your inhale, slowly rise back up through center, reach through the fingertips. And then let the palms go down. This time, the left hand roots. Inhale, lift up through your right fingertips, side body stretch to the left. Now micro bend the left elbow. And with the toning of the belly, inhale, rise all the way up through center. Exhale, gentle twist toward the right. So the left hand is going to make its way on top of the right thigh. And send your right fingertips as a spider tip behind you as you gaze over your right shoulder. Arms are straight, fingertips are extended, and spine stays long. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, gentle seated twist to the left. Place your right hand on top of the left thigh. And then take notice here, with each inhale, can you get a little longer through the crown of your head? With each exhale, you rinse and twist. So good. Breath in, lift all the way up through center. Exhale, release the palms down. Remove whatever it is that you were sitting on and take yourself into tabletop. So stack your shoulders above your wrists, your hips in line with your knees, and just rest the tops of your feet flat to the mat behind you. So we're just going to work with the belly just for a moment. So inhale, feel the belly expand just like a balloon. We've done this already as we were seated. And exhale, pull your belly button back towards your spine. Press all the way air out. Inhale, let the belly expand. Exhale, pull belly button back towards spine. When the spine still stays long, we're just focusing on the core space. So 3 more times like this. Feel the Uddiyana, the core lock. Last one. And press yourself back to child's pose. Fingertips extend forward, hips to heels. Gently rest your third eye down. Then 3 full rounds of breath here, taking the breath, the prana, into the back body. So this full body breathing really is 360 degrees around the torso. So focusing on the front body now, take the breath all the way into the back body. As you inhale, pull yourself forward to cow pose. You're going to drop your belly, lift up through the crown of your head. And then exhale, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Hips rise. Press the mat forward away from you. And then just for a moment here, pull your heels toward the earth, stretch to the back of your legs. And then inhale, lift the heels high, stretch the soles of the feet. Just a couple times like that. Heels drop. Inhale, heels lift. Feel your breath begin to warm up the body. Now soften the heels down and bend your knees. Now hollow out your belly. Lengthen through your side bodies as you press the mat forward away from you and reach your tailbone back. Flowing through those 3 postures, drop your knees. Inhale, cow pose, lift the crown of your head. Exhale, child's pose, hips to heels. Breath to movement, friends. Inhale, cow pose, pull forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. 2 more times. Inhale, cow pose, drop your knees. Exhale, child's pose, hips to heels. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, hollow out the belly. Take a full breath in. Let it go. Gaze forward. Slowly travel to the top of your mat and find a deep forward fold. I like my feet hip width distance apart, but if you want your feet wider, go ahead and take it. And now take your hands behind you, your forearms behind you. So my right hand comes behind the calves, right and left hand, and then my right hand's going to grab the top of my left shin, and my left hand is going to grab the top of my right shin. Bend your knees so much that you can drape and connect the belly to the thighs. And then with each exhale here, pull it all the way out and notice how the crown of your head wants to move closer toward the earth. Just 2 more breaths. Shift your weight more towards your toe mounds. Let the heels feel a little lighter. Release your grip. Take your feet hip width distance apart if they're not already there. And then inhale from the core. You'll rise all the way up to standing. Reach your fingertips toward the sky. Just take a moment here to pull your arms back down into your shoulder sockets as your palms face each other. And then root down through the four corners of your feet. As you inhale, lift and reach up into a gentle back bend. Gaze is high. Exhale, forward fold. Pull your palms down through your heart space, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your hands to your thighs. Pull your elbows back and in. Reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot back. Palms down. Inhale, high plank. Shift forward, lower all the way down to the mat. Tops of feet root, palms press below your shoulders. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Lift the crown of your head. Peel your heart away. Exhale, release. Curl your toes. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips rise. Inhale, left leg high, or right leg high rather, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Forward fold, left foot meets right. Inhale, rise, Tadasana, all the way up. Take it into your back bend. Exhale, palms to heart space, Samastitihi. Soften your eyes to close for just a moment. And feel the shifts that a moving meditation creates in the body and the mind and the breath as they link together as one. Your palms along your side bodies. Inhale, rise, Tadasana. Take it into your gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold, palms through heart space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, right foot back. High plank, step your feet together. Hinge forward, lower all the way down. Palms beneath your shoulders, tops of feet plant. Inhale, Cobra pose, lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Forward fold, right foot meets left. Inhale, Tadasana, lift up into your gentle back bend. Exhale, Samastitihi, palms to heart space, eyes close. A moment to rest, a moment to reflect. Think about a moment in your life where joy was something that just emanated from you, where you didn't know why you felt so good. You just felt really, really good. Open to receive, vulnerable and exposed. Not only just happy, but something above that. We'll take all of that, again, breath to movement. Inhale, Tadasana, arms lift into the back bend. Exhale, forward fold, palms through heart. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge, left foot back. High plank. Option to take it into Chaturanga or into Cobra pose, you choose. And downward facing dog, hips rise. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, lift all the way up, reach back. Exhale, Samastitihi. Pause. Just a moment. Just a breath. Inhale, Tadasana, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, left foot back. High plank. Take it into chaturanga or cobra pose. And back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Awareness to the lightness through the body and also to the weighted connection you have with the soles of your feet. Arms release down. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, left foot back. Now, option to take a blanket to the center of your mat. And come on down for crescent moon. So rest your left knee down. You can curl your left toes under, or you can leave the tops flat. I'll leave that up to you. Inhale, rise, crescent moon. Now here's an opportunity to play with the hips and the psoas, the hip flexors. So just start to create your own mindful movement here with your hips for a moment before we settle in. So I know it feels really good, especially for flexible people, to go all the way, right? You want to feel that stretch, but to build strength, we have to pull back into midline. So feel that here in your own body as you move. And then you're going to settle somewhere where you're not fully extended or somewhere where you're not fully pulled back, but just right through the middle. And then notice the stabilization through your legs. And now lift up through your fingertips. Take it into a gentle back bend, just like we were doing in Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms, lift your right knee up. Inhale, warrior two. Spin your back foot down and rise all the way up through standing. This is another one of those really big postures, so take a moment to fully find where you want to land, right? It doesn't happen right away often. And then start to settle in. Gaze down at your feet. Make sure they're beneath your wrist creases as you extend through the arms. Then gaze gently over your right middle finger. Feel the complete and entire breath pattern, inhales and exhales here for a moment. Take a full breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm moves to your inner thigh, and then top arm reaches all the way up and overhead. Be really mindful to stay with the deep lunge. Pull your left arm back into its shoulder socket. And send your tailbone back and down towards your heel behind you. Stay with the breath. Press down through the soles of your feet. Inhale, rise, star pose. Lift up. Toes are pointed out. Gaze is high. It's almost like you can pull the heels of your feet toward each other. That's that energetic lift through your inner thighs. Take a full breath in. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Turn your toes forward and let go with the crown of your head. Arm variation of your choice. If you want to grab your feet, maybe you'd like a chest expansion, or you can simply place your palms forward and draw your tailbone back for deeper side body stretch. So you decide. More weight toward the toe mounds. Feel the hollow out through the belly with each and every exhale. Notice the release, the letting go in your deep forward fold. palms beneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your mat. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana all the way up. Gentle back bend as you reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, low lunge, right foot back. And go ahead and take your right knee down. Crescent moon. So perhaps you start where you ended off on the last side, and then really just notice as you move into more movement, the difference in the sides of the body, right? Intentional movement as you explore what's here. Scissors slightly back, and from that point of stability and strength, lift, reach to the side bodies, the fingertips, the arms. Gazes high. Breathing into the gentle back bend here as the heart lifts. Take a full inhale. Exhale, low lunge, palms down. Right knee rises. Spin your back foot down. Inhale, warrior two. All the way up. Shifting, moving, feeling it out. So much strength in our fierce warrior postures. Send the fingertips to opposite directions of the room. Take your gaze over your left middle finger. Settle into your stance. And just a reminder, just a gentle reminder to really tone the low belly. This is the center of the body. Our core does so much work for us in balancing and stability. And full breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm moves to your inner thigh. Top arm reaches. Stay deep with your lunge. Right arm draws down into the shoulder socket. Press to the soles of your feet. Inhale, rise, star pose. Let's take it into horse. So the toes are out, heels are in. Pull your palms towards your heart space and drop your booty. You want your shoulders to stay stacked over your hips. And your tailbone really is your anchor here as it pulls toward the earth. Lift up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes for a minute. What's strong and what's soft? And how can you find a little bit of ease here? Inhale, star pose, lift up. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged, forward fold, let go. Try on a different arm variation. Give me 5 full rounds of breath here. Release your palms to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl, tiny ball. Take a moment here as you lift your heels towards your glutes to either spider tip your fingertips or to wrap your forearms around your shins and take your chin towards your chest. Once again, sending breath to the back body. The challenging part about happiness or thinking that things outside of ourselves make us happy is that when those things are gone, then we no longer feel that happiness. But true joy from deep inside is there regardless of what happens in the physical world. What we have or what we don't have makes no difference. And slowly come all the way down to the booty. And we'll set ourselves up for our first restorative posture today. So take a block about 3/4 of the way up your mat. And then your bolster is going to hang out on that block. I like my blanket to help pad my hips. So the blanket, if you do use it, will be a nice big rectangle, and it's going to come and hug into the very bottom of the bolster. Take your right hip to the center of the bottom of your bolster. And now your legs, so we call this deer pose. It's just a nice twist. So one option is a staggered leg. So the sole of your right foot will touch the top of your left thigh. Or you can stack your legs. And it's nice sometimes to place a blanket between your legs as well. So the legs aren't super crazy. You can shift those as you hold the posture. Gaze towards your bolster as you breathe in, lift up through the side bodies. And as you breathe out, just fold yourself over your bolster. So gazing in the same direction as your knees is a little less of a twist. If you'd like to gaze the opposite direction of your knees, it's a bit more of a deeper twist. Now your forearms, palms, and elbows root to the earth. And take a full breath in. And as you exhale, simply ease in to the gentle twist. It's always important to remember, friends, that if these postures, these asanas don't serve you, you're welcome to take any gentle twist that does. It's really just the twisting action that's important here. It doesn't matter what it looks like. But how does it feel and what do you need? So our gentle twists rinse and detoxify the body. And if you want deeper effects here, stay with the deep pattern breath. Feel the rise and the fall of your belly. And just let the shoulders be heavy toward the earth. No need to pull them towards the ears like we normally do with tension or stress. Just let them relax. And if the eyes are not closed already, try to do so now. We move into more stillness. It's important that we start to quiet the mind too. So searching outside ourselves for happiness in any form, whether it be substances, people, or possessions, it really just leads to more searching. It's hard to accept the fact that everything we need is within us and that we don't get things from the outside world. Not long-lasting things. They're short spurts of happiness that are inevitably fleeting. But that true joy, that real peace from within. And start to return back to the body and find the depth of your breath 3 times. Your transition will be very slow. Press down through your palms, lift up through the torso, and then shift your legs so that your low back is now connected to your bolster. Allow your whole back body to rest easy. Sometimes we might need a blanket underneath the back of our heads, so check if you do want that extra height. And then find fallen bridge. So take the soles of your feet wide to the edges of your mat. Knock your knees together to touch. Rest your arms along your side bodies with your palms face up. Feel a gentle spreading of your low back and the support with the back of your head. Breathe in. And breathe out for ease and surrender. Take a moment here to soften the muscles around the jaw and around the eyes. Feel gravity begin to pull your elbows closer toward the mat. And the shoulders simply fall away from the ears. Give yourself completely to the bolster or the props beneath you. And recognize the effort we put into resisting, and simply let it go. Any resistance melt away. And true contentment or joy, bliss, comes in the state of samadhi, where we can move into true consciousness, realizing we are more than just this physical body, more than just our likes or our dislikes, more than the fear, more than the anxiety that the physical world also often puts on us, or rather that we take on as our own. What's beneath all of that true being? And slowly come back to the body and return to the depth of your breath 3 times. Press down through the palms. Slowly lift up through your torso and shift towards your left hip this time. So left hip moves to the center of the bolster. And then adjust your legs, a starting point. You can always shift them. Take your fingertips and then lengthen up through the torso as you gaze towards your bolster. And as you exhale, simply crawl your torso and finding the level of twist that serves you on this side. Being okay with maybe it looks different. Take a full inhale. And just follow it all the way out. Eyes are closed. Take the internal gaze to the third eye. Just let it reside there. That true joy, that true bliss, samadhi state is so powerful that we want to share it with everyone else. We're just emanating joy. No reason why. Not any one thing created it. It's just deep within our being. Relax the fingertips, toes. Notice the body anywhere that you might still be holding on to, even just a little bit. Slowly return back to the body and find the breath. 3 full rounds. Gently press down through the palms and lift up through your torso. You'll need both of your blocks if you'd like to take Stonehenge. So shift your legs towards your bolster. And then take your blocks at the highest setting. They're going to be about 6 to 8 inches apart, no more than that. Otherwise, it's too wide and it has a tendency to fall. And then you'll place your bolster on top. Option to turn your blanket around so that you'll get your hips and the back of your head. And then take your calves on top of your pillows or your bolster, whatever setup you have here to finish class, resting down through the back body. Let the knees fall out to the sides and the palms face up to receive. And 2 big breaths here. And then you can move in gently to the natural breath. Let the body feel heavy, grounded, supported. Notice the places of the body that are connected to the earth. Tailbone, the back of the shoulders, back of the hands, elbows, on the head. Draw your gaze towards your third eye. Keep it there. So the Bhagavad Gita teaches us not to look outside of ourselves for happiness, but to realize that peace and happiness lies within. When we rely on things which are external to bring us freedom, we inevitably bind ourselves to discontentment even more. Our ego experiences joy, pain, loss, desire, greed, and happiness. And we ultimately become attached to these experiences by either attempting to push them away or by clinging to them. And either way, it doesn't tend to end well. Indeed, it may be difficult to accept ourselves as we are, if that means we can't do what we want to be able to do just yet. But being just where we are now and moving forward from there is the key to a sustainable, transformative practice. Let go, friends, and I will call you out. Know that all that you desire is within you already. It's simply our job to uncover the layers of attachment. Slowly begin to awaken your bodies with breath. And as it feels right, start to find small movements with your fingertips and your toes. And take a moment to extend your arms up overhead. And one at a time, draw your knees in through center as you roll over to your right side. Supported fetal position. Take a moment to rest, to witness what's no longer here. This beautiful gift that we're given. Each time we make it to our mats, we can experience the movement and the stillness and the power of our own practice to reveal what's beneath the surface. Press down, friends. Lift yourself gently up through seated. Keep your eyes closed. Pull your palms together at your heart space for Anjali Mudra. Gratitude. Honoring your practice, your breath. Let's end class today with Om. Take a full inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, we prepare. Hear the vibrations with you. Draw your thumbs to your third eye. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in practice today. This is my favorite format to teach, so I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Until next time, friends, be well.